Welcome back to the Hoof Football Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 3. Now, it's a reduced cast today because both Charlie and Joe are part-timers. So today I'm just joined by Josh and Lewis. How are we doing, lads? Josh, we'll start with you. How's things?
Yeah, doing all right. Radcliffe could have done a bit better last night. 3-0 down, back to 3-3, and then penalties, and we got knocked out anyway. So,
Well, you should have tried harder. You
yeah, I
should have
know.
tried
I
harder.
said that too.
Yeah. And Lewis, yourself?
Just tormented by Bob Sanchez, if I'm honest, for Chelsea. Obviously,
Mm.
not a great weekend for Chelsea fans. Yeah, that's about it, really. Luckily, we beat Lincoln City last night. That's all I care about.
Just about.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
about.
just about.
Just about. Jurgensen put in a stinker as well, didn't
Yeah, he did, but we've got Buonanotte. Do you know what I mean? Really,
he? He's
really
not there in goal,
impressed.
mate.
No, but I'm really happy that we've signed him. We're such an important player.
Mm. Yes. Well, speaking of important players, today we're talking about the great Mohamed Salah. Now, I'll list through his honours here because there's quite a few. He's a two-time African Footballer of the Year, three-time PFA Footballer of the Year, four times Premier League Golden Boot winner, two times Premier League winner, one times Champions League winner, one times FA Cup winner, one times Club World Cup winner, and three EFL Cups. So, long story short, he's pretty good at football. But now, at 33 years of age, is he starting to drop off? That's the question. That's what we're going to discuss today. So I don't know if someone wants to take the lead here, take a little, opening statement. Um, Anyone fancy it? Josh, mate, you look like
Yes.
you're deep in thought. Lewis, please.
No, I'll go for it. So, I think that with Mohamed Salah, obviously, he's one of the best footballers in the world. There's no question around that. And I think in over the last couple of seasons, well, since he's joined Liverpool, obviously from Roma, I think he's been one of the league's best. However, it is true to say that at the start of this season, what are we, 6 games in?
5 games in Premier League.
Five, sorry, okay, five in the Premier League. I think that we have seen a gradual decline. And it's one of these questions you've got to kind of throw up in the air. Is that the typical Mohamed Salah where he's had in the past spells where he's gone off the boil, his form's dropped? We saw it at the end of last season, particularly when I think Liverpool had that, the season after they won the title the last time around. They obviously had a kind of struggles under Jurgen Klopp, and he wasn't himself at certain parts of that season. Is this just one of them moments, and then he always bounces back and he always kind of revives himself, or is this it now where you've got the signing of Hugo Ekitike, you've got Isak coming in? Is his role going to change at the club, and that's going to affect his form and affect how important he is to the team? So it's one of those kind of questions we've got to think about.
Mm. Well, so I've got up a list here of his first 5 Premier League games every season since he joined Liverpool. Um, in the last three, it's been 2 goals, 2 assists this season, so it's not terrible. Last season it was 3 goals, 4 assists, which to be honest is a joke. Season before that, 2 goals, 4 assists. 22-23 it was 2 goals, 2 assists again, but they didn't have a great season that year, Liverpool. 4 goals, 2 assists the season before that, 6 goals, no assists the season before that, 4 goals, 2 assists the season before that. 18-19 it was 2 goals, 1 assist, so a bit of a drop off. But then 17-18, 3 goals, 2 assists. So we're looking at, by his standards, not a great start to the season. And I don't want to just look at like the top line numbers of the actual output. So if you look a little bit deeper, from last season alone, his XG per 90, and I know people don't like XG, but I'm using it anyway, is down from 0.67 per 90 last season to 0.24 so far this season, which if you basically extrapolate that, if he was to play 38 full 90s across the Premier League season, that's an an XG total less than 16.34, like less than last year. Is also his expected assists are down from 0.38 to 0.14. So it's been a bit of a down start across the board for him. I don't know what you think, Josh, regarding this question.
I kind of agree with Lewis in a way of obviously like Ekatike's come in, Isak's come in, so obviously there's more goals to be spread out really. And like once again, he's like what 33 now.
Hmm.
And obviously as a winger who's fairly quick, and it's like one of his main attributes. When you obviously as you get older, you get slower. So I think, and it's one of the defenders are becoming a lot more smarter now. I think because they're also becoming quicker just with the way today's game is. So figuring him out a bit now because we know he wants to cut inside a lot and do it that way. Um, but yeah, I just also think his standards have been set so high from, as you said, the stats that you said earlier, that maybe we're expecting too much sometimes. Because if you, obviously, we know them stats are unbelievable, what you said earlier, but with 2 goals, 2 assists, he said this season.
Yeah.
Like if any other player does that, who like isn't Mohamed Salah, I think it's still an incredible start.
Okay.
I think like, he just set too high standards for himself.
But that wouldn't you argue that does mean that he's declining from where he was?
Yeah, from where he was, but I'm not saying he's no longer like a top player type of thing. He's
I don't think
still
anyone.
one of the best in the Premier League. He's just, as we say, he's obviously got. I'd argue better players around him now, so he doesn't have to do as much workload, I guess. The pressure's not on him to go and get a goal like it has been maybe for the last few years.
Hmm.
But yeah, for me, I think he just set too high standards, so it just looks worse than it actually is. Like, don't get me wrong, as you said earlier, the XG thing, I don't believe in any of it, but it's one of them. He's gonna play certain teams where he will grab maybe 2 or 3, and then it'll be like, why were we even questioning it at the start of the season?
Okay, well, just for you, I knew you wouldn't agree with the XG shout, so I brought in a few more ones. Do you agree with shots as a metric? Would you agree with shots?
Yeah, I guess.
Cool. Last season, 3.23 per 90. This season, 1.2 per 90.
Yeah.
Shot creating actions. Last season, 4.5 per 90. This season, 1.6. Um, Obviously, last season was unrepeatable. It's just compared to that, right? No. 23-24, he had a higher XG, higher XA, more shots, and more shot creating actions, even than in 24-25. So there's a trend going on.
Yeah, but remember he's got Ekatike and Isak next to him. Last season he had Darwin Núñez.
You leave me.
I know what I'm doing if I see him running next to me. I'm shooting.
I think the thing is, for me, it's not just the stats, it's the eye test as well. Like, me and Lewis have watched a couple of Liverpool games this season. And every time I watch him, he doesn't look like the same Salah. He's
Yeah.
further away from goal, and that might be the system, but he's got his head down quite a lot. He just looks different. And obviously, there's mitigating factors for that. Obviously, like you say, Isak and Ekatike and Verts coming in. Also, obviously, the tragic passing of Diogo Jota is probably going to be weighing a bit heavy on the whole squad. And that's totally understandable. But I just think it looks like he's on a bit of a downward turn at the minute from ridiculously lofty heights. So he's still quite good. Lewis, you've been a bit quiet. Have you got anything to add here, mate?
I just think, obviously, we're saying about his decline, and obviously, you're kind of looking wider in terms of is the future going to be a decline? And I just don't think that's the case. I think for me, it's like in the media nowadays, you've got, as Josh alluded to, like such high expectations and such pressures. It's like we all think, oh my God, it's Mohamed Salah. Like, why has he not scored? Or, well, he has scored, but why has he not kind of performed on that level for 6 games at the start of the season? But it's one of them things where it's like, I don't think he's in a decline at all. I don't think he's going to really struggle this season. At the end of the day, like Mohamed Salah last season scored against every single Premier League club except for Nottingham Forest. Like he did a goal or assist, in every single one of like the games against 19 of the 20 clubs. And obviously he scored like his best season and was 4th in the Ballon d'Or. Are we really going to say that obviously he's starting to decline? And I get, you can look at the first 6 games and be like, as you just said, Ben, or obviously there's circumstances where he might kind of, his head might not be there, or there might be kind of, he's not performing at his best level because of changes to the team. But as the season goes on, I don't have any kind of doubts that when he starts getting used to maybe the play styles of the other players around him, who I've started the new signings, you've got Verts, who's now in that attacking midfield role that could affect that. Like, as you've just said, he's mainly been the main man in the past and he's got to change that. But I think he will adapt, and I don't really think he's going to decline in terms of this is the end of that Salah that we had of the kind of seasons gone past.
Okay, well, let me chuck this at you, and not physically, you don't have to duck. From game week 30 last season to the end of the season, so 8 game weeks, he got 2 goals, 1 assist. So could you argue the decline even started then? You know, he was very good for a lot of the season. I'm not arguing last season was an unbelievable season from him, but towards the back end of it, the last 8 games, again, maybe the title's sewn up at that point and there's not as much he needs to do, but 2 goals, 1 assist in that time is not great. Has that just kind of continued into this season?
I think obviously you started very like stat heavy, and obviously you've given other points in terms of the eye test as well. But if you look at stats, and obviously it started to decline last season, yes. But I think what he brings to the team in general, away from the stats, is just as important. Like it's Mohamed Salah. Like I know, obviously, Josh said about maybe he's not as fast as he used to be, which I don't think that's the case. I think that he hasn't declined physically. If anything, he's like a peak specimen. Like we've seen just like how good he keeps himself. And I think he is one of the best footballers in the Premier League. Like you can't get around that. So for me, I I think that what he brings to the pitch, even if he's not scoring a goal or an assist, and like the runs he's making, and yeah, I agree. Sometimes I've watched him this season and I thought his touch looks a bit sloppy, but he's always had that in his life. Like he's always been like that. Mohamed Salah's always been that player that he creates that many chances that sometimes he does miss kind of a clear chance, but then he comes out with something amazing. And yeah, them amazing moments haven't quite been there this season. But take the Champions League in the last game against Atletico Madrid, he scored and assisted a goal, probably for the first time this season, where he scored and assisted kind of in one game. We can't really write him off, I don't think, this soon. I don't think, yeah, maybe there's a slight decline, but I think generally he will definitely pick it back up.
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know, man. He's washed. He's washed, man. He's washed.
Can we have that as a clip, please?
Yeah, I mean, he is 33, so like you'd expect a bit of a drop off, right? I don't actually think he's washed. He's a very good footballer, and he's going to continue to be probably for a good few years. But
I've got a question for you. Well, either of you. Do you think, let's go with, do you think Ekatike will score more or get more goals and assists than Salah this season?
probably not,
No, I don't think so.
just because of rotation. Like
Okay.
Salah's still going to play 90 every week, pretty much.
Do you think the signing of Isak is going to affect in terms of that goal distribution between the both of them? Obviously, do you think, for example, I think it was Jamie Carragher that was saying, how is Isak signing going to impact Salah in terms of kind of him being that star man? There's that decision around penalties, who's going to be the main penalty taker. Like, how do you think that will affect kind of the team and how we're going to see Liverpool sell? Because it's not affected them so far, but they have been winning games very late on.
I think it's naive to say it hasn't affected them so far. It's definitely affected them. They've looked pretty bad in quite a lot of these games. I mean, Josh, you watched them at Burnley. They weren't great.
No, we weren't good at all. Like I get we didn't get out our own box a lot, but the fact that you can't, like on Premier League champions, you should be able to break down a newly promoted side.
A back line with Esteve, who's good, and Haimar
Yeah.
Ekdal.
Yeah, exactly. I get like Carl Walker and Red Josler Rank playing centre half. Like don't get me wrong, but everyone played out of skin. But the fact we've got to wait for, like it is a handball, but we've got to wait for that one lack of like that 1 second of lacking concentration to go and win the game. But then Liverpool fans come out like sure strength is 5-0. But
Yeah, to be fair as well, like I remember specifically the Burnley game, and Salah scored the penalty, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah, and I remember like the headlines in a lot of like the media was just, "Oh, Salah does it again," and Salah this, and it made out like he was a key player in that game. Yes, he scored the penalty, but when we actually watched the game, it was almost like he did nothing. He was easily controlled throughout the game. He barely got on the ball, and I do understand when you said like the decline in terms of how he actually looks this season. There is something that's slightly different, but my main point is that I think he will bounce back, and that this is only a small blip rather than it being a long-term decline.
Yeah, I don't think that's a hot take. I don't think he's going to continue at this kind of low ebb for the rest of the season. But I mean, maybe he will. You know, he's like I say, he's 33. These kind of things happen. The whole team's changing.
Yeah, but you can't just say, "Oh, he's 33." Like Ronaldo's
I haven't
40.
just said he's 33. I've come with a lot of points to it, haven't I?
It's just like, oh, he's 33. Maybe he might decline because he's 33. Like we've got
Do
many.
you want me to run back through all my stats that I said like 5 minutes ago?
Please
Yeah.
don't.
XG, got his XG.
His shots creating actions, his starts for the last 5 seasons, the
Yeah,
eye test.
we have already argued that obviously that's just he's going to come good eventually. Like you can't just say, "Oh, that's it now."
Well, you
33.
think that? He's
Well,
33.
I've still got him in the fantasy team. We'll have to see.
I mean, so do I. Who doesn't have him in their fantasy team?
I don't.
Yeah, and that's why you're behind, mate.
No, wildcarded this week and took him out.
Oh, did you bring Haaland in?
Yep.
Because someone wildcarded and didn't bring Haaland in, and he's above me on the screen right now.
Yeah, I went for a Cole Palmer and it didn't work out. I'll take it.
City are playing us this weekend, by the way, boys.
Although he's injured, apparently, Holland. So
Yeah, but Pep does that all the time, doesn't
he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He can play
he?
on.
Score 5.
I hope so.
I don't.
You going to that game, Josh?
No, I'm not even going. Can't be bothered.
Is that the it's at the Etihad, isn't it? Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, you don't want to come in and see me. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough. Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Well, final verdict, lads. Is Mo Salah declining? We did the final.
No.
Lewis?
No, I think I made it quite clear that it might be a blip, but I don't think he's declining.
Well, I think he is. So have that. We will have a little break now. You're about to hear a whoosh noise that's signifying a break, and then we'll be back for a quiz. Hello, and welcome again to Hoof. It's time for the quiz, the classic quiz. It's just a head-to-head this week. I'm not involved because who would ask the questions? So we'll go in with the question 1, straight into it. With defeat at home to Leeds on the weekend, Wolves made it 5 straight defeats to begin the campaign. The 7th side in Premier League history to do this. But how many of the other 6 clubs can you write down in 1 minute? And you get bonus points for the season they did it. It's Josh Lucas thinking noises there.
Yeah, it doesn't happen often.
I didn't hear that much through uni.
You didn't, you're right. It was more, Ben, what am I writing?
Help.
Ben, I don't know what I'm doing. You talk shite at me for 40 minutes. What do I do?
Pretty much.
Premier League history, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just Premier League history.
Sound.
You've got about 20 seconds, lads.
Now is not the time to be trying to ring me, buddy.
I wasn't, mate.
Huh?
I wasn't, mate. What is
I know
it?
you won.
How many teams am I going for?
6.
Right, I'm done.
Cool.
I'm
Josh?
not. Right.
Well, you've got 5 seconds.
I don't even know the years.
2, 1. Pens down, heads down, thumbs up.
Okay.
So, Lewis. In fact, Lewis, I want you to run me through your list, basically. Run me through your list with the seasons you think they did him, and
I haven't really gone for the seasons, but I'll give you the 6 teams that I've gone for. All
Okay.
right, so Frank de Boer when it was Crystal Palace.
Okay.
Southampton have got to be on there, I feel.
Okay.
I've gone for Burnley. It's just the typical relegation kind of sides when I'm just thinking quick. Sheffield United.
Okay.
Derby County obviously had that terrible season, and then I've gone with a Norwich City. I don't think it's right, but I've gone with the Norwich City.
Okay. Josh, read me your list, mate.
Crystal Palace 17-18.
Cool.
Burnley 23-24.
Okay.
Southampton 24-25. Derby and Bolton.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, you've both got 3 points.
Yeah.
The list that I've got down, and if it's not correct, blame Transfermarkt, is Southampton in 98-99, Norwich in 21-22,
Yes.
Luton in 23-24, Palace 17-18, so good job for the 2 points there, Josh. Sunderland 05-06, shit club, and Portsmouth 09-10. It didn't have Derby or Sheffield United on the list, apparently. So,
All right.
But Derby 4 points, or whatever it was. I've made that.
I've picked up a point in the first 5 games, mate. Don't look at me. Cool. We're both on 3 points after question 1. It's neck and neck. So much jeopardy on the Hoof It Football podcast. Question 2. Going into this season, PSG have won 4 consecutive league titles. But when was the last season they finished outside the top 2? Was it the 2010-11 season? Was it the 2011-12 season? Was it the 2007-08 season? Or the 2014-15 season?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, at the start.
So going into this season, PSG have won 4 consecutive league titles, but when was the last time they finished outside the top 2? 2010-11, 2011-12, 07-08, and 2014-15.
What year did Ibra join?
I want answers quickly, here, boys. I want answers quickly.
What was the 2010 one?
Sorry?
What was the 2010 answer?
We'll figure it out. If the season started in 2010, when do you think it finished?
No, I didn't know if you said it like the second half of it or not.
I think it was 10-11.
It was 10-11. Yeah.
Yeah, sound.
Right, answers are down.
Yeah.
Tell me your answers. Lewis, you go first.
I have got 10-11 to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done the same.
You've both picked up a point. It's neck and neck still.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Question 3. Against Arsenal last weekend, Pep Guardiola named an unchanged 11 for the third consecutive game, the first time since match weeks 2 to 4 in the 21-22 Premier League season. How much of that lineup can you name in a minute?
Nice.
From which season?
21-22. Just between me and you viewers, these games resulted in a 5-0 home win against Norwich and Arsenal and a 1-0 win at Leicester. So
This is for Arsenal, isn't it?
no, it's for City, mate.
This is what I'm.
Pep Guardiola.
I can't think fast.
Oh, think fast.
Because you've now got about 40 seconds. So there's 11 points up for grabs here, by the way. So it's a high scoring week, this.
For viewers that couldn't count.
Charlie at home.
On holiday?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Charlie's abroad somewhere. Don't know where, but hopefully he'll be back. Have we got answers ready, lads?
I've got 10.
Okay, well, put down the last one. Lewis, you've got 27.
Well, he's played wings for City. Me.
10,
I'll take the 10.
9, 8, 7. Time up, because I can't really keep counting. Time up. Pen's down. Lewis, that doesn't look like a pen down. All right, good. Lewis, run me through your lineup, mate.
Oh, this is. I think I've got all seasons wrong. Right, I've gone Claudio Bravo.
Okay.
Carl Walker, John Stones, Nicholas Otamendi. Then I've gone Gael Clichy, Yaya Toure, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez, Sergio Aguero, and then I chucked in a Ferran Torres for no reason.
Okay, Josh, let's hear yours.
I had Edison, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Sinchenko, De Bruyne, Rodri, Silva, Mahrez, Foden.
What Silva?
Bernardo Silva.
Okay, I can reveal.
I've gone way too early.
Lewis, you've got 2 points there.
Yeah. I've had a stink.
Josh, you've got 5 points there, Josh. The team is Edison in goal, back four of Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo. There's a midfield three of Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Gundogan, and a front three of Jesus, Torres, and Grealish.
I was going to put Jesus.
So Josh is now in a commanding lead. In fact, Josh, you can't actually really lose from here, but
Ferran Torres
will find a way.
Knowing you, you will. Question 4. Harry Wilson scored once more against Brentford last weekend, making him the top scorer in this fixture since their first Premier League meeting in the 22-23 season, with 4 goals. Which of these players sits second in the ranking with 3 goals? Ivan Toney, Alexander Mitrovic, Brian Mbeumo, or Alex Iwobi?
He's going to throw us off. It's be Alex Iwobi, innit? I can just tell.
That's what I was thinking.
Wait,
what? How many goals are Harry Wilson on?
4. So this person, one of these 4 players, has 3 goals in
You know what?
in the Premier League.
He's never let me down.
I need answers down.
Right,
Are we ready? Lewis, go on.
I've gone for Ivan Toney.
Okay, Josh?
So,
It's Brian Mbeumo. So this is now just for fun, essentially. Unless we make this question worth 4 points and throw all sporting integrity out the window.
That's not.
No, we won't. But just for some pride, Lewis. Just for some pride. Question 5. Arsenal play Port Vale in the 3rd round of the AFL Cup tomorrow evening. So if you listen to this podcast on release in a few hours. When was the last year the 2 sides met? And the closest answer wins. It's the last time Arsenal played Port Vale in any kind of competition. Competitively.
Do you want the season or just a year?
Give me a year.
Sound. Come on, Lewis, just pick a year.
I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Lewis, what's your year?
I've gone 2014.
Okay. Josh?
I've gone 2006.
Well, Josh wins. It's 1998.
Oh, well, I was close.
It's a dominant quiz performance from Josh Lucas. He wins it 10-6. 10-6.
The City game was complete. The City game threw me.
Yeah, you have got that. You put
You
Claudio
could have picked
Bravo in
Guardiola
goal.
past them.
I was going for nostalgia. Do you know what I mean? A bit of Yaya and Gail Clichy.
How did you do Claudio Bravo in the 21-22 season?
And Yaya Toure.
That's a
Because
shame.
I spent half the time asking what the question was again, that I just had to literally rush.
It's a
And then
shambles.
I did actually you can't see it, but I did have Edison crossed out.
That's no points for that, buddy. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a retrospective point.
I should
Even
have
that
just
still won't win.
gone Wilfred Bonny and like Kelechi and Nacho for the
Should have gone
vibes.
full vibes.
Yeah.
I would have liked that. Well, it's your turn now, Lewis, because Charlie's not here. He's on holiday, as mentioned. So we're going to hand over to Lewis for the trivia section. So what have you got? What have you got for us?
So the question is, obviously Ousmane Dembele won the Ballon d'Or, and basically what I want to know from you is, I was looking at the most goal contributions in the 24-25 season from the top 5 league players in all competitions. And I want you to give me the top 5 in order and how many goals they got. So I'm not going to tell you, obviously, what?
How many goals we got or contributions?
How many goals and assists in total, that they got. So how many goal contributions, yeah. So the top 5, and then obviously how many goals and assists that they got as well, the numbers. Obviously, can you get it in order? See how many you can get.
I'm going to need you to run that past me again.
So basically, I need the top 5 players with the most goal contributions, and they're from the top 5 leagues.
Okay. So
The last.
How long have we got?
Give you 2 minutes.
Right. Serie A's struggling.
No, it's overall, Ben. You don't need to do specific leagues.
Oh, what? Okay, great.
It's just the top 5, but they're only from the top 5 leagues.
Is it just in league, like just in the league? Or is it all comps?
It's all
probably.
All comps. Christ.
I'm going to up the gaff race, I'm telling you. Can't even think of a Ballon d'Or top 3.
Ballon d'Or can help you.
You what?
The Ballon d'Or can help you, basically, like with players that are in the list and they're the top.
Yeah, but I've just said Lewis, I can't think of him.
Right. I am about to be ready, I think.
Have you got the figures as well? I guess at the figures.
Yeah, I have no idea who's 5th, so I'm just chucking in vibes.
Okay.
Well, he's not a player.
Shut up.
I'm just going to say 4.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right. Are we done?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, in 5th place is Kylian Mbappe.
Yes.
I had him in 4th.
Okay. Ousmane Dembele actually came 4th.
Oh, I didn't put him in. I thought we were ignoring him, man. Shit.
No. Ousmane Dembele, that was the surprise, is that obviously he won the Ballon d'Or, but he came 4th. He got 50. Yeah. He got 51 goals overall.
Okay.
3rd place was Harry Kane. He got 55. 2nd was Salah with 57.
Oh, but he's in my list.
Yeah. And number 1, who I believe came, was it 5th or 6th in the Ballon d'Or overall, was Rafinha.
Yeah, I had him first.
He got 59 goal contributions overall.
Cool. Well, I'll take that. I got 3 of the players in the correct order. I got the top 3.
Yeah.
I got 3 of the players in, man.
It's not what was asked, is it, mate?
No.
Not the question.
How many goal contributions did Mbappe have, by the way?
Mbappe had 49.
Well, I was nowhere near that one, man.
Well, what a great episode of Hoof It that was. What a great episode of Hoof It, guys. Doing it on a smaller cast. Great little trivia work there, Lewis.
I prefer it that them too, part time.
I think so do the listeners, but
gives Josh a quiz.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Josh. Lewis, it's a poor quiz performance from you, though, mate.
Again.
Yeah, I have to revise my Man City 21-22 season, but they're an irrelevant club, so it doesn't matter.
No, and you still have the questions before the thing. Better have the quiz up.
Well, anyway, less of these accusations. Got to say goodbye now. It's been a pleasure. So thank you for coming along. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you on season 2, episode 4 of the Hoof It Football Podcast. Farewell.